Have you ever thought about what a perfect day would look like? What about if you're in or near retirement? What could a perfect retirement look like? Joining us to discuss is Gary Matson and Taylor Steward, part of the family at Mattson Financial Services, a firm that's been helping people retire successfully right here in West Michigan for decades. You can also catch them on their popular radio show, Money Mentors. Gary, Taylor, what would your perfect day look like?
I think you get up, have some coffee, maybe go on a duck hunt, come back, spend time with the kids. I mean, you know, I think it's different, of course, for every single person. But when we're talking about retirement, it's getting up and not having that stress of, oh my gosh, what are the markets going to do today? Where's my income coming from? Is it secure? What about taxes? What about health insurance? Just not having to worry about that. If you go into it alone, retirement can be a lot of work, just, you know, factoring all of these things in together. So that's what we're here to help out with.
I mean, you're stressing me out just listing all of those things
That's
off.
not a perfect day,
Not
right?
the perfect day. Okay, so what kind of perfect days have you guys helped create for people at or near retirement?
I think one of the best perfect days is when we tell people that they can go before they thought they could. They come in the office and we do the numbers and we show them where the money's going to come from, that it's going to last them. They've done enough at this point in time, and knowing that they can go 2, 3, even 5 years earlier.
Wow. And
see that relief, that stress goes away. We have them cry with joy. We've seen that. We've heard them yelp, holler, and then, I mean, just laugh uncontrollably because they didn't realize it's there. So that would be the biggest start of the perfect day.
I love that. I love that. What a pleasant surprise, you know. So talk a little bit about the first step. So someone maybe getting near retirement, what do they need to do?
Well, they really need to sit down with an advisor. But before you go sit with that advisor, really think about what does that perfect day for you look like? What are we going to do when we retire? You know, because the goal isn't to just sit at home and, you know, watch TV, you know, maybe spend time with the grandkids and go on travel, you know, go on vacations and do things like that. So really take a step back and think, what do I really want out of retirement? And then what does my income need to look like to solve for that? And then obviously, again, meeting with that financial advisor to get that full plan in place to make sure everything works as it should while we're alive and well, obviously. But we also may have an alive and not well situation, so making sure that we've got flexibility in our plan to accommodate that.
Absolutely. It's constantly changing, constantly adapting. And this is a multifaceted approach. So tell us about what areas that your firm works with.
Well, the biggest thing is to make sure clients don't overpay. Let's say overpay in advisor fees. You know, sometimes we save clients 1-2% in that area. Then, of course, it's making sure your portfolio is making the right number for what you need. And generally, we help people say, you know, do a little better, maybe 2 or 3% more there. And of course, the last one is making sure you don't pay too much in taxes. And if we can save you 2 or 3% there, I mean, on a modest way of looking at that, that's an extra 5% savings on an annual basis on just $500,000. That's an extra $25,000 a year. I mean, I don't know about you, but I know a lot of people, $25,000 or $2,000 a month, that's a whole new realm of things I didn't even thought they could do with those dollars.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it makes a huge difference. So obviously, no one wants to run out of money as they retire. So talk to us about how you prevent that from happening for all of your clients.
Yeah, that's the biggest fear in retirement. Gary, you know, talking about the fees and taxes and returns, that all plays a big factor into that. But really making sure that we've got a multifaceted approach. We're really well diversified, so we're not scared of market volatility. We're taking advantage of market volatility. But then looking at your income, that everyday critical income need, you know, the taxes, insurance, food, gas, all that type of stuff. Make sure that's all taken care of. Making sure that we're increasing some of that guaranteed income and protecting from losses. And again, that diversification really helps out with that overall plan.
Yeah.
And we talk about diversification, most people think that's in assets, like stocks and bonds and other types of assets. But there's also diversification by investment strategies. You know, there's different strategies we use, and if everybody used the same strategy, well, we know that worked, that would be easy.
Sure.
But it's not. So we need not just, you know, diversification by assets, but diversification by investment strategies as well. And by doing that, again, we can keep you on track to get through retirement, not just to retirement.
Okay, and you're talking income strategies as well. So investment and income strategies. Talk about the difference and why both of them are important.
So it really just depends on the type of asset, too, that we're looking at. Are we talking those taxable dollars or that tax-deferred or tax-free money? Those are all going to be managed differently. They're going to be different asset classes. They're going to be different management styles. What are we trying to achieve, and where are we pulling that income source from to make sure we're providing that client all the income they could, you know, dream of in retirement, but also not pay too much on taxes and other things like that?
to find balance, to
Yeah.
find that perfect retirement, correct?
Absolutely.
Perfect day all the way through retirement.
All the way through. All right. What do people need to know if this sounds great to them?
Yeah, so give our office a call. Numbers on the screen there. If you've saved $250,000 or more for retirement, maybe you're already retired, getting close to retirement, give our office a call. We'll sit down with one of the fiduciary advisors here and get you taken care of.
There you go. Perfect. Appreciate it, gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here. And as you heard, Gary and Taylor, for you at home, take advantage of that special offer from Mattson Financial. If you are in or near retirement, Gary, Taylor, and the rest of the team, they can sit down with you to personally customize an enhanced retirement plan just for you. It is a comprehensive plan. Includes a look at your investments, your income sources, your taxes, so much more to help you get to and through that retirement you deserve. Reserve one of those spots right now. Call 1-800-536-8907. That's 1-800-536-8907.